Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to learn about one of the most important organs in your body, your brain. As many of you already know, the function of the brain really is to make thoughts and feelings, right? And it's to help you sort of make sense of the world around you. You know, the people, the places, the things that you do every day. Now, just like any organ, the brain can also get sick. So take, for example, your muscles, right? You go out, you work out, or you go for a good run, and the next day your muscles are hurting. If you keep working that muscle more and more, it's going to hurt more and more, and it's going to get sick, right? So that's the same with the brain. So the teen and preteen years, right, they are fun. And your minds are filled with new things that you're doing. And that's generating new thoughts and new feelings, right? So on a day-to-day, you're going to school, you're joining clubs, you are in sports, you're worrying about your family, you're dealing with your siblings, you're learning to drive, and the hundreds of other things that you do. Just these thoughts and feelings by themselves can be overwhelming. Add to that COVID, the pandemic that's going on worldwide. And that's changed each of your lives. That's added lots more thoughts and feelings. And that may have added a lot more stress to your lives. Now I'm going to invite Jessi West. She is a licensed clinical social worker and a counselor who works with me at the KSB Hospital Pediatric Clinic in Dixon. So she's going to speak to you today about how you can help yourself and become a master of your mind when your brain is not feeling well. Now here is Jessi West.
Hi, my name is Jessi and I'm a social worker at KSB Hospital. I want to take a couple minutes today to talk with you about dealing with things that are inside and outside of our circle of control. Right now with COVID-19, it can feel like everything is out of control. Things are changing every single day in our world, and you never know what you're going to wake up to each day. It feels like complete chaos everywhere you look. Social distancing, masks, travel restrictions, canceled plans, nothing is normal anymore, and you may feel completely overwhelmed and not knowing what to expect next. 2020 has been a year. First we had Joe Exotic, then we had Prince Harry and Meghan Markle leaving the royal family, Australian wildfires, Trump's impeachment trial, Kobe Bryant's death, locust swarms, killer wasps, George Floyd's death, Black Lives Movement, rioting, COVID, e-learning. Seriously though? The list seems endless. It's no wonder you may feel like you're ready to explode or feel completely helpless and overwhelmed. This is not how you plan for your life to go. You didn't plan on e-learning or social distancing, canceled sports, dances, graduations. Nothing like this has ever happened in our lives before, and which can leave us feeling completely unprepared to handle everything that's happened this year. So what do we do with how we're feeling about all of this? Stephen Covey, American educator, businessman, and author, is credited with coming up with a tool called the circle of control. Picture a big circle, and inside of that big circle is a smaller circle. The smaller circle is your circle of control. These are things under your control. The bigger circle are things you can't control. So what's in your circle of control? These are things like my attitude, who I hang around with, my decisions, my actions, my words, my behavior, my choices, my thoughts, asking for help, or whether or not I eat this donut. And what's in that outer circle of things I can't control? This would be things like safety rules in my community, such as wearing a mask, restaurants and stores being closed due to COVID, COVID itself, what other people do, what other people say, how other people feel, other people's choices, how they think, things from our past, the weather, events getting canceled, people getting sick, or even the consequences of other people's actions. The list goes on and on. Things like a boyfriend or girlfriend breaking up with us, the school doing hybrid schooling or full e-learning, or whether or not my friend eats this donut that I want her to eat. When we try to control things that are outside of our circle of control, it can leave us feeling tense, overwhelmed, worried, exhausted, or drained. So why do we try and control the things we know we can't, or worry about what we can't control? Part of it's because when we worry, we are trying to control our situation or the outcome and solve whatever issue is going on. So let me ask you this. How many times has worrying about something actually helped you control the outcome of that problem? Probably not too many times. You're probably starting to think, okay, I get your point. I can't control those things that are in the outer circle, but I still have worry, so what do you want me to do? Great question. Let's not forget about that inner circle, the one that has things that you can control. Did you notice a theme or a key word in that circle of control? What is repeated over and over in that circle of control? Yep, you guessed it, me, myself, and I. The only thing or person that you can really control is yourself and how you respond to situations. No matter what the situation is, e-learning, someone making fun of you, your grades in school, all of it is determined by you. So when you're affected by a situation or person outside of your control, here are 2 things you can do to help yourself in that situation. So number 1, ask yourself, what is in my control in this situation? What small proactive or positive steps can I do to respond? Take COVID, for example. What do you really have control over? Well, you can choose to practice social distancing, you can choose to find different ways to stay in touch with your friends, and you can control your attitude. Does anyone like COVID? No, but we can all choose to find good in the situation. So take a look around and try and name 5 good things that are happening in your life right now. I'm pretty sure you can. And number 2, focus your attention somewhere else. Sometimes when something's worrying us, we can hyper-focus or zone in on that one worry. And scientists have found that distracting ourselves, even for a couple minutes, can help us reduce our feelings of worry. So when you're freaked out by one of those many things in the out of my circle of control, try distracting yourself. This can be anything from watching a YouTube video, talking with a friend, going for a walk, coloring in one of those adult coloring books, exercising, even taking a small nap. The list is endless. After a while, you'll find that you start to feel a little less tense and stressed out over whatever you started worrying about to begin with. So remember Stephen Covey, that guy that came up with the circle of control? He also said happiness, like unhappiness, is a proactive choice. So next time you're feeling freaked out and worried about something outside of your circle of control, remind yourself that you have the choice whether or not to focus your time, energy, and emotions on the things inside of your circle of control or the things not in your control. The choice is up to you.